Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Desi.
Today we're reacting to Patrick Bet David talking to the guy from the Iced Coffee Hour about gay stuff. Not really gay stuff. I don't know what to call it. Stuff.
So if you have to choose which of the two things to put in school, would you rather have your kids have to learn about God and pray every morning and do pledge allegiance to the flag, but they don't get LGBTQ learning, all the different sexes and all that stuff? Or would you take God out of school and add, they have to learn about what it is to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, queer, trans, and they have to know at an early age because it's part of us being free and not being discriminatory? Which of those two would you want your kids to learn about, and you have to give up the other one?
I feel like there has to be a balance because you don't want to be oppressive, or let's say your kid is gay.
I don't like religion, but I also don't like the LGBTQ. I went to a private Catholic school when I was a little kid. I never grew up with the alphabet mafia rainbow flag stuff in my classroom, so I'd have to I'd choose neither, but if I had to choose, I would choose religion, because at least in the Bible it tells you a lot of stupid shit, but it also tells you to be like nice to people. There is like a moral to it.
It's a guideline for people.
Yeah, but with the LGBTQ, it's just information, and you could be an asshole all you want as long as you see someone as like transphobic or something like that. I'd have to go for religion.
I was literally raised. You said you went to a Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't graduate high school from.
I didn't.
Yeah, but I went to a very small public school where there was a lot of religion. It wasn't a like a private school or a Catholic school, but like we had prayer group around the flag in the morning before class started, and they'd send kids to Bible program. You could leave school early to go to Bible program. I would say I didn't become harmed from that. The things I was taught from the religious aspect were not harmful to me. It didn't make me question things. It gave me a sense of security as a kid. It was security, it was faith, it was something I could trust in and believe in when I was a kid.
You were to say prayers. Did you do the pledge allegiance?
We did the pledge, but we also had a before school group that met. We pray around the flag in front of the school.
Sometimes we had to say like Hail Mary.
On Friday nights we had a group.
Rosary.
At the church. We would all just hang out and listen to Bible stuff because it was all we had to do in our small town.
Don't want them to feel like they can't be accepted and they can't be themselves, but at the same time, there's got to be some sort of.
You got to pick one of them.
Okay. I don't.
So that's a problem. And the reason why that's a problem is the following thing. Are you gay?
Me? No.
What do I need to do to convert you into being gay?
I don't think you can.
You don't think I...
Are you gay?
Very.
What can I do to convert you into being straight?
Literally nothing.
Ditto.
Literally nothing.
But why?
Because I like the taste of too much.
Well, then I would have to say that the guy from the Whatever podcast is not straight then, because he doesn't like vagina.
Convert you into being gay?
I don't think you can.
You don't think I could convert you to being gay?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Who converted you into getting a real estate license? How did you learn about real estate?
Saw a TV commercial for $1 Million Listing.
And you were influenced to be a realtor. You weren't born with wanting to be a realtor.
Correct.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you what I mean by this. Stats came out that shows which generation is the gayest generation of all. I became a Christian because somebody talked to me about it. I got into insurance because somebody influenced me to get into insurance, okay? Somebody influenced you, right? 5 generations. Traditionalist, you got the boomers, millennials, Gen X, Gen Z. Traditionalist, 0.8% of our gay. Boomers, 2.6%. Then you go to 5%, then you go to 10%. You know what percentage of Gen Z identifies as LGBTQ? 21%. But if 21% of Gen Z is gay, they're being influenced just like you were influenced to be a realtor, just like I was influenced to go into SMC. Influence. That's a problem.
Here's my thing, and I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible. I think you can be influenced into trying to be gay. I think you can be influenced into seeing yourself as one of these new genders. But I don't think at the end of the day you can actually influence yourself to be homosexual.
I disagree.
I was saying that you can see things and you can hear things and you can think really hard for like fucking 5 years that you're gay.
Yeah.
But you're not, and you're going to figure that out one day.
If you're new to the channel, we're both lesbians. So I think what he's trying to say is that children can be influenced into being gay.
Yes, I understand that. And I'm saying that you can tell little Jimmy in 2nd grade, about gay guys. And he might think he's gay, but when he's 24 and realizes that he doesn't like sticking in dudes' asses anymore, he's gonna go with chicks.
But if you tell little Jimmy that if he doesn't find a little trans girl attractive, that he's a bigot and that he's hateful, he's going to be manipulated, emotionally manipulated, into
We've had these
finding this little trans girl attractive because he feels guilty. So you're guilt tripping like little kids into not thinking for themselves, not having their own opinions or their own whatever their sexuality ends up being when they're adults.
It's not even little kids that I'm worried about at this point anymore. Well, I'm worried about the kids, obviously. But there are full grown, like my one ex was going to go out with a trans woman.
Why?
And she was a gold star
Why would she do that?
because of the influence around her. That's what I'm more concerned with. It's the idea that gay isn't what gay is.
No, they're trying to say that gay is a choice. The Christians used to say that gay was a choice.
And now
but
they're saying it
the
again.
trans activists, the gender activists are saying that,
You can choose.
yeah, you could choose your sexuality because you can choose your gender.
A very smart guy, a super successful guy at your age, cannot tell the two apart. That means you're not really putting a lot of thought into what's going to influence who. Because God, faith, that's going to influence you to do what? Complete different thing.
Don't you think that some of that, though, is a bit of that overall people are on somewhere on a spectrum? And if you're, let's say, a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10, that maybe you're more open about that, whereas in other generations you weren't. And perhaps it's somewhere in the middle.
No, I think LGBTQ is a religion. And you choose which religion you want to be in front of your kid.
I agree.
It is now.
I say it's not a religion. I would say it's more of a cult
But it wasn't.
than a religion. But it's a very fucked up cult because nobody can agree on any topic within the LGBTQ unless it's small subsections within the group. Other than that, none of us fucking agree with each other on pretty much anything at all times.
Here's the thing. Being gay in itself is not a religion.
No, it's also not a choice.
Exactly. That's the difference. You can choose to believe in God. You can't choose to like people with the same genitals as you. That's why I said no.
You
I don't,
genitalia bigot.
that's why I said I don't believe it's something you can actually influence a change. I think it's something that you can confuse someone with.
You can guilt trip someone
You
into
can
doing
confuse
it.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think you can actually long-term influence it. I don't think that these kids are going to stay like this forever. It can't happen. It won't happen. However, I don't think that being gay is a religion, but the LGBTQIA is a religion.
I don't think sexuality is a religion. No.
No.
It's the group. It's the alphabet mafia. It's the
Though-
rainbow.
We've talked about this. When I was coming out, I was in a religious family, and I found someone who was also religiously gay and was like, I don't think the two conflict. And that was a big thing for me. Like, they're not the same thing at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he's saying they're the same. I understand how putting them in schools that way makes them feel the same. However, there's a separation between state and church.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have state-issued schools, putting church in, that's the problem. You can't do that.
So instead of using religion and LGBTQ as comparisons, what would be another thing that people would bring into school that would be similar to the LGBTQ thing instead of religion?
CRT?
Critical race theory? Because these are theories. Sexual orientation, meaning, and I'm just plain as day saying it, lesbian, gay, or bisexual. Just those three. Just those three. We're not talking about pansexual and all that demisexual bullshit. We're just talking about the three. Those have nothing to do. They're not an ideology. They're a sexual orientation. It's who you're attracted to and who you want to be intimate and sexual with. It has nothing to do with your idea of yourself or your identity or how you dress or how you look or how you feel on that day. It's about sexual attraction. It's about emotional attraction.
Could you imagine if you've had relatable ideas where you feel unattractive, unsexy? Could you imagine your partner, when you go up to them and you say that, they're like, yeah, yep,
What?
you are what you say you are. You are fat. You are ugly. You are disgusting. Because that's how you feel. So if I dismiss it, I'm a bigot.
What I think would piss me off the most is if I was in a relationship with a partner who changed their gender depending on the day or their mood. They changed their gender, right? So now my partner has control over my sexual orientation. My partner, because their gender is
confusing.
constantly flowing from this to this, 1 minute I'm gay and the next I'm straight.
I told you I had
Which
this conversation.
completely
Yeah.
disassembles what sexual orientation is and what lesbian, gay, and bisexual are.
Right.
We cannot cohesively exist together. As far as, him relating LGBTQ to religion, I mean, is he trying to say that religion is also a cult?
Right.
Is that what he's saying?
But backing up a little bit to the level of it being confusing for your sexuality, when I was with the non-binary person, I literally sat them down at one point several times, and I was like, so, like, am I dating a girl? Or are you my, like, boyfriend? Like, what is this? What are we trying to do here? Because I'm gay. I'm a lesbian.
Well, first of all, you should have known the relationship was doomed from the start if you had to
Yes.
ask that question.
Right. That's when I
That
was...
should be the easiest thing about
That's
your
when I was
relationship.
Delulu.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
we already knew that, though. We knew that was my Delulu time.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is because they don't even have a good answer. Because she said to me, and I say she because she said this answer to me, I want you to call me your girlfriend, but I want the world to call me a man. And so when you're talking like that, how is it not confusing? And how do you not make someone look like an asshole?
You're being a very toxic partner.
Exactly. Like, because, like, the
Vain.
reason I ask is because at the end of the day, I know I'm dating a woman, but if you want me to call you boyfriend, at that Delulu point, I'm like, what does it fucking matter? It makes the world happy, whatever. But if you can't even let me do that, but you're going to make me look like an asshole, then you're a bad partner. And you're crazy.
If a person is gay, you're eventually going to be gay. I interviewed a guy who was a negotiator, FBI agent, who would sit down with people that killed. And I said, so what gets somebody to get to the point of wanting to do something like this? And he explained how there's a difference between what you're born with, what you're influenced with, and then to take the action. There are some people that are born who are dark human beings. What percentage of the world is like that? 0.1%? Are we going to say he was influenced to be that way? There had to be a darker person in his life to get him to be that dark. No, he's born that way. Okay. Are some people born gay, maybe? Maybe.
Hold on, let him finish that.
Wait. Are some people born murderers? Of course. Are some people born gay? I don't know. That's all I wanted to say.
But if we take 1,000 gay people, what percentage of them are gay because they were born gay? What percentage of them are gay because they were influenced to be gay? Or life influenced them to be gay? That's a real question to talk about.
Now? Is he asking now?
Yeah, I assume.
How many people? Okay, if I were to give an honest, true lesbian opinion about how many people out of 1,000 are actually gay and they're Gen Zers,
I don't think generation matters in my opinion, but go ahead.
oh, I think it does. For goddamn sure, I think it does.
No. My point is, I think, generally speaking, there's roughly the same amount of homosexuals per generation. There might be some kind of nature-based evolutionary reason that the number's increasing bit by bit, but it wouldn't double year by year. That's social. If it's increasing based on nature, it's going to be small amounts.
Well, if they took 1,000 Gen Zers who said that they were gay, I would have to say 20% would actually be gay.
That's
I
what
mean,
they say.
we watched that Jubilee thing.
They said that they said 21% identifies as LGBTQ. So
No. If you take 1,000 gay Gen Zers,
so you're saying
how many are
0.2
actually
You're
gay?
saying 2%.
I'm saying 20% are actually gay, and the rest are probably lying.
Well,
because
they
we
said
watched
20%.
we watched that Jubilee video with the gay conservatives and the liberal conservatives, and they're like, "Would you sleep with a trans man?" And the dudes sat down. A couple dudes sat down, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? Then you're not gay. You are not a homo."
Well, they might be a homo still, but they're bi.
That doesn't make you
anything.
gay.
No,
So that's why I
you have gay
say
tendencies.
then that 20% are probably actually gay
But
and the
he-
rest are just bullshit. What? I'm saying that the number that they're
So, yeah,
identifying are right?
He said Gen Z has 21%. Mm-hmm. Then that would be on par for what they're saying.
No. I'm saying you took 1,000 gay Gen Zers. How many are
Oh.
actually gay?
You're saying if you take the specific, so 20% of 20%.
The people who say they're gay are actually gay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that part. That's why I was confused.
Yeah,
Comfortable
I
thing.
think it would be just attraction. Who are like I am attracted to certain people and a certain type. I'm not attracted to another type.
No problem,
So
Ben.
I feel like that would be the same thing with gender.
Do you think you need to learn how to give a blowjob to another boy at 11 years old?
No.
That book is in schools, recommended teaching by many teachers in America. Do you think that's a problem?
Sure.
Do you think it's a better usage of my time to learn how money works?
Yes.
Or how to please another boy at 11 years old?
Right.
So then you have to decide your values and principles between the two. I think these values being taught to kids, are kids typically more liberal or conservative?
Liberal.
Like, let's try drugs. Let's try this. Let's break the law. We're liberal, right? We don't need to teach more liberal policies to kids. They're going to do shit. We're going to do stuff. We need to balance it out with what? Do you think rich, greedy people who have a lot of money, do you think they need to be taught more conservative stuff or more this stuff? Do you see how this is working
sure.
out? So to me,
balance.
it's the other way around. I think we've mixed it up. This guy's 28 years old. He's gay. No problem. I got plenty of gay employees. I have plenty of lesbian leaders in my company. Plenty of them. And see how my relationship.
And only 20% of those are actually gay and lesbian.
Well, I doubt he has Gen Zers working for him.
Oh, God, if he does.
Exactly.
I hope they don't have pronouns.
I don't.
I don't think he would
Believe.
hire anyone who had fucking pronouns on their application.
You chose to do that as an adult. Salute. Couple of them were here yesterday. Just watch how they hug me when they see me. We love each other. We have an incredible relationship. Later on, we need to learn and say, hey, man, can you be a little bit kind to these people? Dude, relax. They just see things in a different way than you do. I think we need to give conservative values to kids when we're liberals. And I think we need to inject a little bit of this when we're older, successful, to be a little bit more understanding. I think the education is out of whack. Maybe the LGBTQ stuff can be taught to people that are older to be a little bit more gentle to them.
Isn't that how it was supposed to be? When we're like, we're gay, just let us be us. It wasn't like we were telling children to let us be us. We were telling parents and grandparents and superiors who were older than us and from an older generation. We're not telling younger people. Do you see why? That's why I bring it up, though. Because there's no point to teach it in school when it should be
Because
talked
it's fucking
about.
weird to talk to fucking kids about sex shit.
Because
That's
they
why.
don't care. Number one, they don't know. Number two, they shouldn't know. Number three,
They can't
don't.
understand.
They don't care because they don't understand. The fucking boomers and the fucking older folks, those are the people that have a bigger issue with it. They're the people who need education on it.
Do they?
Tolerance, probably. They're the group that needed the tolerance teaching.
Okay, can someone please send me a few from this year videos of people getting hated for being gay?
You're not gonna find it. It's only trans. I think we got it all.
I think we did too. Like and subscribe.
Please subscribe. It's like 70% of you guys aren't subscribing. What's wrong with you? You don't like us?
No, that's smart and we're stupid.
I'm okay with that. We could still subscribe.